Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 13 The Show, and we have got some Atlanta Braves franchise coming your way here as we're going to be facing the Cincinnati Reds. Now, this is the last game before we go ahead and have the All-Star break. So the way that this is going to work is, since Freddie Freeman is a participant in the Home Run Derby, the next Braves, air quotes, franchise game will be the Home Run Derby, and then we'll actually have the game, and then we'll get back to things here with the Braves. So that being said, let's focus on this game here. So Tim Hudson's going to be on the mound for me. The Cuban Missile, Aroldis Chapman, is going to be pitching for the Reds. I tried really hard to be able to pick him up just because it was so nice last year when I had the Detroit Tigers franchise to be able to have him on my team. Closed out so many games for me. Got a ton of saves here when I needed it, and time served as setup man too. So now he is a starting pitcher. It's going to be really, really tough because his stamina has increased dramatically. In MLB 2K, we were talking like the 30s. I think it was like 35 or something like that was where his stamina was. So I couldn't go ahead and have him be a starting pitcher. And that was one of the things here that was really being discussed. Even last year was, should we make him a starter? Should we keep him as a closer? So I had thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be innovative. I'm going to go ahead and try and make him a starter. But when I picked him up and I saw what his stamina was, he couldn't last longer than 3 innings. So couldn't go with that. But now that he is a starter, and in the show, they've given him enough stamina, we're going to be seeing him here for a few innings. And this will be different for me as well, because with the Kevin Millar series, when I have that 100-mile-an-hour fastball, I just throw it inside a ton, and I see a lot of strikeouts. So I'm afraid something like that's going to happen to me in this game, and I'm just going to be absolutely destroyed. I've never gone against a pitcher like this here in the show. I'm worried. All right, so Hudson doing a pretty good job here in this game. I mean, we're looking at the 3rd inning. Nobody has been able to score any runs, so Hudson's doing a good job stopping the Reds, who have the potential to put up a lot of offense. Chapman's doing a great job of being able to stop me. There's only been 1 hit in this game, and we saw that to go ahead and start this off. So I haven't been able to get anything quite yet here, but we still got the bottom of the 3rd. So a little swing right there here is going to count for strike 3. Chu's going to have to sit down, knowing he probably should have let that one go. So here is Tim Hudson in the bottom of the 3rd. So sat down everybody so far, and look at that. There was a couple throws that we had seen earlier here where he was pitching inside to a few of my players, but that's crazy. I don't think that was necessarily planned, but still, you got to factor in, is the computer starting to throw at me? I don't know. We'll see what happens here in a little bit. Aroldis Chapman doesn't throw right at Hudson on the next one here, so I would say probably not intentional, but I'm going to have that in the back of my mind. I got to watch out for it. Top of 4, another hit here for the Reds. This one's going to be from Votto. Just going to be a little single for him, but this could start something pretty good. And then I just throw it into the dugout. So Votto gets to round second and get onto 3rd base. So that was not the best throw by Ugla at all. So luckily there are 2 outs. I got to do what I can to make sure that Votto does not come home. So got to be smart. The sinkers work pretty well here for Hudson. I think I've only had 1 strikeout, and that was that one with Chu that we saw earlier. That 4-seamer, as you can see, has really been my go-to pitch in this one, just for the accuracy here. But I need to focus on the sinker here. I didn't think Votto was going to be going anywhere, but better be safe than sorry in a situation like this here, where 1 run might be all the other team needs. All right, swing and a miss on that one here, strike 2. Yeah, I'm hoping I can produce some runs here in this one. I think I'm starting to pick up a little bit here on how Aroldis Chapman ends up throwing the ball. Where he tends to place his pitches, and kind of getting the timing down a little bit here too. Of course, when he throws it inside, that's nearly impossible. I feel like I have to be swinging right in the middle of the delivery here for me to be able to hit that one. But Chris Johnson now is going to get the first hit of the game here for the Braves. That one is not going to be caught. So I'm going to round first, head on over to second. Of course, I'm not going to try and stretch that into 3. All right, so Johnson getting a double right here. This is good. This is what we need to be able to build on. We only have 1 out. So the 2-0 count right now to Justin Upton. Been pretty good here at figuring what's going to be a ball and strike, but that one's going to be way too high. It's going deep, though. Going to be caught at the wall. So, nothing there. That's kind of been what's been going on a lot in this game. Like, I have made a lot of contact. A lot of contact with the balls, but, or with the pitches that are being thrown to me here. Yeah, there we go. Just throwing it right on over. Not going to give it to Ugla, but I've been making great contact. And we've been seeing a lot of fly balls that go into the outfield here, but nothing has been able to go over the wall. Just that one hit that we saw from Johnson a little bit ago has gone into the gap. Freddie Freeman here in the bottom of the 5, still scoreless. That one's going to go up the middle here. There is going to be no throw, so Freeman is safe at first. And maybe this is where we get things going here. Freeman doing a great job of being able to start off a lot of rallies here in this season. So B.J. Upton now on the very next pitch. That one's going to go over to third. Great. A 5-4-3 double play. Not pretty at all. Aroldis Chapman now only has 3 pitches, but the way that he uses them in this game has been effective so far. Now, I can't keep Hudson in here. Does not have the stamina, so Roy Oswalt is going to be coming in because he is the only player right now that is not really tired. I mean, as we've reached the end of the first half of this this season here, bullpen's really gotten a lot of work, especially since I've had to simulate some more games here. So Oswalt giving up a double here. 2 outs now. I'm going to focus this one high and inside. The stolen base. McCann's throw is not going to be in time. Man, everything's starting to go the way of the Reds here since Roy Oswalt has come in. All right. So, no harm done with that one, though. Top of the 8th, 1 out. This could be a double play if Ugla did not drop it. So that's 2 defensive errors for Ugla in this game. Usually we see this coming out of Chris Johnson, but Ugla, of course, not known for his fielding. But Dusty Baker is going to come out and argue that one here, saying that it was not an out. But I don't know. I don't think that they're going to go ahead and reverse this here. No ejection, of course. But Dusty Baker making his case. Not going to go his way, so he'll have to go back to the dugout here. At least we've got that 1 out now. Or, sorry, 2 outs. So we got 1 out of it. Again, going high and outside here. Haven't been throwing this too much in the game. This one goes deep over the head of Hayward, and that is going to be a 2-run blast. We're looking at the first runs of the game coming late here. And Roy Oswalt, no big surprise, letting me down. I mean, I have him on the trade block right now, and nobody is wanting to pick him up, and I can totally see why right here. So, I don't know. I really don't have anybody else in the bullpen I can go with here unless they're going to last maybe half an inning. So, I've got one other person, Joel Benjamin, but he's worse off statistically and with attributes than Roy Oswalt is. All right, so 3-0 here. That one's going to go over his head. Turn around first, head on over to second. McCann safe at second base. Okay, so now we've got Dan Ugla here looking for a big hit. Still, Aroldis Chapman is destroying me. This one goes into center field. I'm going to round third, try and come home with McCann. A great throw. The tag is applied. That was just way too aggressive on my part. I probably should have stayed at third base here, but I figured with the way that things are going in this game, cannot really afford to go ahead and just relax here. Another home run for the Reds. So this is going to make it a 4-0 game. How are we going to be able to come back here in this one? I don't think that they're going to be pulling Aroldis Chapman here in the 9th. What did I expect? Why did I bring in Oswalt? All right, so Reds totally in control of this game. And as we move on here to the 9th inning, swing and miss at the last strike of the game. And we get shut out. So Reds end up winning this one here Not the way that I want to go into the All-Star break, but I tell you what, Aroldis Chapman definitely deserved it. It was really, really tough. Now I know why I get so many strikeouts here with a 100-plus mile-an-hour fastball. There really wasn't too many strikeouts here for Chapman. It was tough for me to get any hits whatsoever here. Contact I was making wasn't good enough. But thanks again for watching, you guys. I do appreciate it. More of this to come later on. Again, home run derby. But thanks again, you guys. I appreciate it. And as always, I hope you have a good one.